Okay guys, welcome back to Not
Not
Financial
financial
Advice at
advice.
na-miss tayo ng ating mga viewers ha. Tito, ano nangyari sa'yo? Busy ka ba trading? Hindi ka na nagpakita for a while, ah.
Na-busy lang tayo, kasi meron tayong ginagawang, gagawin pala na workshop. So, medyo inayos ko lang muna, nag-arrange tayo for the venue and all 'no, kaya medyo na-busy pero we are back, we are back.
Ayan, okay. Kasi alam mo sa sobrang daming nangyayari ngayon sa mundo ng crypto at Bitcoin, talagang kailangan nila malaman kung ano ba yung mga thoughts natin dito at opinion natin sa mga ganap. Especially now that we are on the last quarter of the year. Exciting times.
Tsaka matatapos na yung Wake Me Up When September Ends.
Oo, 'di ba? So andun na nga tayo. So ngayon, siguro umpisahan natin 'to 'no ng what is happening in the world of the blockchain and crypto and Bitcoin sa Philippines. Kasi nga narinig mo itong balita that there are 7, if I'm not mistaken, bills that were passed. No, excuse me, not passed, filed in Congress and Senate. So isa sa Senate at yung anim, if I remember correctly, ay nasa Congress na ngayon na ilagay sa blockchain yung budget natin. Hindi lang sa national budget pinag-uusapan natin, pati nga Baguio has actually signed a contract na with, Bayani Chain.
Mm,
Oo,
mm.
si Paul and sina Jello to be able to put the
The budget.
Baguio budget on the blockchain. Anong ano mo dito? Anong read mo dito sa mga sitwasyon ngayon at, tingin mo ba this is, good for the budget, bad for the budget, and where do you think is it going?
Well, I think it is a good start 'no, kasi we should start somewhere 'no,
Okay.
kung na intindihin 'tong technology na 'to. So, ang maganda kasi nakikita natin ano, na yung mga lawmakers natin are now becoming interested dun sa technology, 'di ba? Dito
Right.
sa blockchain technology. Hindi lang yung mga traders, hindi lang yung mga programmers, 'di ba? Yung user mismo. Kasi you have to understand 'no na ang government 'no or a country is can be one of the biggest user nitong technology na 'to,
Yeah.
'no? So, kaya maganda dahil ang natutuwa ako dahil yung interest natin, hindi lang yung sa mga citizens, ang interesado, dun sa blockchain, 'no. Ngayon pinag-uusapan na nga, sabi mo nga may mga nag-file na ng bill sa Congress, 'no. So, it will take a long time. It might take a long time bago po mangyari 'yan, but then again, it's a good start, okay.
Mhm.
Ngayon, ano yung mga nakikita natin 'no, na benefits dito? So, una is puwede tayong isa sa mga mauna na mag-a-adapt nito.
In the world
In the
ano?
world,
Oh,
yes.
yeah.
So, mapupunta tayo dun sa history na, ang Philippines, isa sa mga naunang nag-adapt ng blockchain sa kanilang budget, et cetera, 'di ba? The number one. Number two, kung mai-implement ng tama, this will add confidence sa mga investors, locally and internationally. Kasi alam naman natin na yung blockchain, kung gagamitin mo ng tama, gagamitin mo siya ng
Mhm.
maayos, yung transparency nandun,
Yeah.
'di ba? So, yung investor confidence 'pag meron ka nung transparency et cetera, tataas. So 'pag mataas yung investor confidence, puwedeng mag-benefit tayo mga citizens kasi puwedeng mas madadami yung mag-i-invest dito, madaming negosyo ang puwedeng mabuo, 'di ba? Maraming employment et cetera, 'no? So yun yung isang nakikita ko na positibo dito sa mangyayari na 'to, 'no? But then again, nagsisimula pa lang tayo, 'di ba? So marami pang pagdadaanan but ang gusto natin makita 'no, this is at some point para bang si El Salvador, 'di ba, na
Hmm.
hindi naman pinapansin na yung baga yung country na yon, hindi masyado siyang pinag-uusapan until their leader si Nayib Bukele, sinabi niya na, "Sige adapt namin yung Bitcoin as legal
Yeah.
tender," 'di ba? And then all of a sudden, sikat na sikat si El Salvador sa
Yes.
sa crypto, 'di ba? So sana kahit papaano with this 'no, with this mga bills na pina-file and kung mai-implement ng tama, maging known ang Philippines sa isa sa mga nag-adapt.
Right. Oh, and plus pala meron palang file din na to, have the Bitcoin strategic reserve for the Philippine Treasury. Meron din pala nun, tama, yun pala yung isa sa mga bills. So hindi lang blockchain, pati na rin na gawing, treasury reserve ang Bitcoin. So this is gonna be an interesting time pero at the same time I think it's, for people to realize na hindi ito yung isang silver bullet that will solve the problem of corruption and accountability. It's a step towards it, but it's not going to completely wipe out corruption. But it's a good step. Kasi ang mahirap pa rin kahit na ilagay mo sa blockchain is yung processing of parang how to verify that the information is correct. Kasi kung hindi, kung maling impormasyon, kahit lagay mo sa blockchain, edi yung gagawin mo lang permanent record is mali.
Mali.
Oo, yun lang ang problema nun. So, magiging tama yung mali. Yun yung problema na dapat maintindihan din ng ating mga lawmakers when they create this. And tingin ko medyo mababa pa yung knowledgeability ng ating mga lawmakers when it comes to this. I don't know if it's gonna be passed. I think it's a filing, but will it be passed in the next 3 years? I don't know.
I don't know, I
I
don't
don't
know.
think
Let's see,
so.
let's see, let's see.
Sa
But
tagal ng ano, sa bagal ng
oo.
kilos ng ating Kongreso, hindi ko talaga lang magagawa yun, eh.
But let's ano, let's hope and pray na mangyari, no ba? In
Yeah.
our lifetime, no? At least in our lifetime mangyari siya.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. Well, at least
Oo.
kahit papaano in the local government with Baguio, if they're able to do it and tingnan mo nga nagawa nga nila yan sa DBM with the SARO, yung special allocation na ano receipts nila, yun nagawa na. So at least nakikita mo na meron ng parang template. Oh, sige, adapt natin to for Baguio and see where we can go. And magagaling yung mga developers to, sina Paul Soliman, magaling.
Actually maraming mga Filipinos na magagaling talaga, Filipino developers 'no, na magaling talaga. It's just that, majority of them are not here in the Philippines. Meron pa
Oh
rin namang mga yan like sina Paul 'no,
no.
'di ba? But may marami kasi na iba nasa Singapore, 'di ba, nasa ibang
Oh,
countries.
yeah.
So yun yung ano, pero in terms of talent, madaming magagaling talaga na Filipinos in terms of software development and technology.
Ay nako, umaalis lang ng bansa.
Yun lang,
Ay
yun lang.
nako, okay. Well, hopefully ano na we'll see some really positive, changes, in the coming years, 'di ba?
Yes, mm.
So, pero for Bitcoin naman, what was interesting is, gusto ko lang banggitin ano that, before we arrived here, like, just like a week ago, Bitcoin bumaba up to 109. Ang sakit
Yes,
nun.
oo.
Nakabili ako. Actually, hindi siya masakit kasi nakabili ako. I was actually happy because I was able to come in at 109. I just realized
Oo, yeah,
I
yeah,
was very
yeah.
happy about that. Pero for traders kasi, ilang billion na liquid dito? Sila
1.5,
1.6?
1.6 actually isang 1.5 yata, 1.6 and then another 1 billion.
Wow, liquidated.
Last week lang yan. So total na liquidation last week, worldwide to, was about mga $2.5 billion eh.
Grabe.
Grabe talaga, grabe.
Oo. I saw that drop from 117 tas all the way, tuloy-tuloy, oh.
Surprisingly, Chris, 'di ba? Alam natin 'to 'pag matagal ka na sa Bitcoin, yung volatility na yun mababa pa yun.
Ayun, ayun na nga actually.
Oh, 'di ba?
Kaya nung nakita ko siya nag-109 basta below 110 pumasok na ako. And I think a lot of people were expecting or had the same mindset, eh. Uy, anything below 110 pasok na. And then I had another order in case mag-100 na naka-standby ako. Pero yun, eh, tama ka dun, eh. Mas may support na ngayon at saka mas mababa na yung
Oo,
volatility.
kasi yung drop ng Bitcoin was around mga 3% lang, eh, 2-3% na parang mga normal volatility lang yan ni Bitcoin, eh, 'di ba? Ang nagulat ako dun sa laki ng liquidation. Ibig sabihin,
Ah,
gumalaw lang ng gano'n si Bitcoin, ito na billions ang na-liquidate. Whereas nung last previous cycle, yun ang Bitcoin can move 5%, 'di ba? Minsan may mga ang mga wild swings ni Bitcoin last cycle was 9%, 10% in one day, 'di ba? So, pero yung 'pag sinabi mong 2%, 3%, normal lang yun na volatility.
right.
Bumaba lang ng 2-3% sa isang araw, nakita mo yung na-liquidate, billions, eh.
What does that tell you?
I think there's still a lot of speculators na in this game na who probably, do not know what they are doing.
Sa'kin kasi what it tells me is this, eh. Number one, that the institutions are the ones putting the money in. So, mas maraming pera umiikot ngayon kaya mas malaki yung liquidation. So, that's number one. Number two, it also tells me na that Bitcoin itself is growing when it comes to trading, for the legacy financial institution. Kaya mas marami nali-liquidate. And as the Bitcoin price goes up, the market cap goes up, that also means more traders are going to be trading it. That means also the liquidations will even get higher pa as the price goes up. So at this point, the 1.6, trust me, that's not the biggest one. When we hit a higher price point for Bitcoin, you're going to see also liquidations become bigger at a lower volatility. So it doesn't surprise me at all. But at the same time, siguro, um, na na I was pleasantly surprised nga. I don't even know if I was surprised that it held nga at the 109 tapos nag-107 pa ata, eh.
I
Nag-1
think,
nag-flash siya
oo,
'no?
parang 108 something like
Oo,
that
nag-bounce
ano.
ata if I
Oh,
remember.
pero ngayon it's at how much? 111 na 'no?
Yeah,
111, 112.
111,
Yeah,
112 nga, eh. So, it's
mm.
good, eh. And right now, where do you see it going? Kasi
Um,
tapos na ba yung sinasabi nilang Red Timber? Tapos na ba tayo dun?
September,
Kasi nga,
oo,
funny was it
mm,
started strong,
mm.
tapos at the end of September, sure enough, bumaba nga to 109, 108. So nagulat ako na, aba, parang nagkatotoo nga yung Red Timber, ah.
Oo, so yun nga yung sinasabi ko na phenomenon na wake me up when September ends, eh, na wala talagang exciting na mangyayari sa price ng Bitcoin ng month of ng September historically. So, kaya nakita natin kaya ako I was not surprised nitong drop na 'to 'no. So, probably ito yung posibleng jumping board towards the last quarter run. So yung October, Moonvember, and Bullcember 'no, yung last quarter.
I love that may
So yun,
memes ka na dun sa tatlong
oo,
buwan na
yan
yun, eh.
yun. Yeah. Kasi historically, yung last quarter of the year, maganda yung performance ng Bitcoin historically.
Yes.
Mm.
And how good do you think the performance will be this last quarter?
Eto yung halving year natin, eh. So when you compare the Bitcoin's price action during last halving.
Yeah, I was gonna say ito last year was the halving year, not this year.
Oh, yeah, yeah, sorry,
2024,
sorry. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. Last year was the halving year.
Okay.
Tapos ito supposedly ito
Yeah.
yung peak, eh. Ito yung
Yes.
last leg, eh, 'di ba, 'tong year na 'to, 'di ba? Like for example, like so what happened last cycle 2020 nung halving na yon, nag-peak siya ng November
2021.
2021. It was a double top peak. Nag-peak tayo ng November 20 una the first stop was March 2021 at
Mhm.
63K, and then yung second top was November 2021 at 69K. So, it's a double top peak. But prior to that, yung mga previous cycles ni Bitcoin, hindi siya double top, eh. It was a blow off top
Aha.
yung ginagawa niya 'no. So, ngayon, October, tapos meron kang November. So, ito yung exciting part na kasi gusto nating makita kung ano nga ba yung gagawin niya. Gagawin ba niya double double top or gagawa ba siya ng blow off top?
Okay. So how do you know if it's a double top?
Um, Makikita natin tingin ko sa price action, sa
Okay.
price action we're gonna see yung interest ng mga buyers, ng mga bulls, maybe come late October. Tignan natin kung ano yung kung kaya ba nilang i-break with volume yung 124,000 natin, 'di
Which
ba?
is the previous all-time high.
Yes, oo, and
Okay.
then sustain it.
Right.
Kasi what happened last time was na-break yung 69, so yung 63K last cycle 'to, 63K was broken, but it was not sustained. Nauntog tayo ng 69, pagbalik yung 69 baba na, eh.
So if we break $124,000 per Bitcoin, then it keeps going to 127, 130, 135. Are we in the clear na hindi to double top?
I still don't know, I still don't know. Oo, kasi
135? Hindi mo pa masabi?
hindi, as a technician kasi, when you look at the chart, every candle is a piece of a puzzle.
Hmm.
So bago mo mabuo yung puzzle na yon, kung ano yung lumalabas na magre-register na candle na yun, oh ito double top, oy ito hindi, magpaparabolic to. So as the candle prints daily, 'di ba? Doon mo makikita, eh, doon mo pwede kang magkaroon ng conclusion habang lumalapit, habang nagpi-print siya, no?
Yeah.
Habang nagpi-print siya. So right now, it's mahirap sabihin kung
R
double top siya or blow off top. But ang good news dun, ang good news dun, may upside ka kahit papaano, 'di ba? Whether it's
Yes.
a double top or blow off top, may upside. Yun nga lang, siyempre 'pag double top, mas maliit yung upside.
Now, you mean now, where we're at now.
From where
Meron
we
kang
at now,
profitability
yes,
pa,
yes.
may chance pa to make money. Pero, isa pa sinasabi mo din dito, and this is what's interesting for me, for the people that are trading or investing in Bitcoin, wag kang pumasok 'pag nasa 124. That is no man's land. Do not go there. In other words, kung di ka pa nakabili, ta's tumama na tayo ng 120 and up, hold ka na lang muna kung anong meron mo. Kung wala, wag kang bibili that time. Either you buy now or antayin mo lumampas na past 124 na alam mong safe ka na, parang gano'n.
Actually, yung pagte-trade kasi, eto advocate kasi ako ng 'pag nagte-trade ka, you have to have a system. You have to use a system where
Mhm.
it will tell you saan ang entry, saan ang exit.
Yep.
So meron kang, clearly defined rules na eto, may entry rule ako dito, papasok ako. May exit rule ako kasi na-invalidate yung
Hmm.
setup na tinitignan ko na binigay sa'kin. It was invalidated, so I will cut my losses. And then kung tama naman ako, nasaan how can I run my profits? So yun yung sa active trading kasi, whether it's swing trade or day trading 'no, meron ka dapat laging room 'no, para kung tama ka, you can run your profits. Puwede ka kasing hangga't hindi tumitigil, hangga't hindi mo nakikita yung exit door pataas, you can hold your trade. Pero once na based dun sa let's say yung system mo, nakita mo na, "Oh, ito exit door ko 'to." Dahil let's say for example, it's a resistance. So, puwede ka na mag-close ng trade mo. So,
Hmm.
that's how I want everybody na to understand kung gusto mo mag-active trading talaga. Kasi mahirap siya na, you'll just buy and sell based on your kutob, 'di ba? Oo, kasi most of the time, makakabili ka sa mataas, maiipit
Yes.
ka, 'di ba? O kaya you're gonna sell too early,
Mhm.
ta's paakyat pa siya. So, kasi nga tinatantya mo lang. So, it's
Yes.
really important na merong sistema, eh.
Okay.
Mm.
So right now, at the price of 111, 112, this is a good time to buy.
Based on the system that I'm using, last week was meron akong tatlo kasi na inaantay na signal for buying. Last week dalawa pa lang. So, I was not buying. So, ngayon, nag-flash na yung third signal. So, yun na yung go signal. For me, doon sa system na yun, for me, that's the go signal to go in. With the stop
Yep.
loss, of course with the stop loss. Ito yung if you want to participate in the last cycle, no, in the last quarter pala, in the last quarter, if you want to participate, so yun yung inaantay ko na signal.
So would you recommend for people na let's say they come in for traders, pumasok sila ngayon to sell at 124?
If, 'pag pumasok ngayon sa most likely merong profit taking diyan sa area na yan.
Yeah, meron ano,
Mm.
yeah. Imposibleng wala, eh.
Yes, mm,
Kasi
mm,
siyempre they're also, hedging their bets na
mm.
paano kung blow off top nga paano nga kung
Double
double
tap.
top 'to, might as well be out and then wait. Pero kung biglang pumalo pa tapos tuloy-tuloy, then for traders, they have a chance to come in naman kung confirmed naman na tuloy-tuloy 'to, 'di ba? Pero
Mm.
for hodlers, the ones that hold Bitcoin, anong marerecommend mo?
Pagka hodler kasi, meaning long term yan, eh, 'di
Yep.
ba? So, if you don't need the money, you don't need to sell Bitcoin,
Sabagay just keep
'di
adding
ba?
lang, eh.
You just keep on kasi nga hodler ka, eh.
Oo,
So, you don't need to sell it kahit na anong presyo pa niyan kung hindi mo naman kailangan yung pera. So,
oo.
medyo yung time horizon mo diyan more than 4 years, more than 5, more than siguro dapat mga dalawang cycle.
Yeah,
Depende sa'yo kung hindi mo kailangan yung pera kasi para siyang ano, eh, para siyang ganito, 'di ba? Pagka hodler ka kasi ako kasi, yung hodler mindset ko, I treat, Bitcoin is as a prime digital property. So, meaning to say, para siyang prime real estate asset 'no,
mhm.
na hindi yung binili ko ngayon tapos after 3 years gusto ko na siya ibenta. No, I want to hold it kasi it's a prime property, eh, 'di ba?
Yes.
It's like you bought a land in Forbes Park during the 1980s. Hindi naman nung, 1986 bebenta mo na, eh, 'di
Yeah,
ba?
yeah.
You want to hold it at least siguro 10, 20 years, puwedeng pamana, 'di
Yep.
ba? Kasi lalo na kung hindi mo naman kailangan ng pera. So yun yung hodler mindset ko, eh, 'no? So kung hodling, if you don't need the money, you just hold it.
Okay, so it's interesting ano na yung binanggit mo dito ano is 'pag trader nga, this is the perfect time to come in. Actually, trader and hodlers, for perfect time to come in. But the difference is, if you're a trader, you can also take profit at 124. Tapos kung ano ka naman, hodler ka long term, you could even keep buying at 124. Kasi at the end of the day, ako, I'm looking at the time frame of, sabihin natin 2030 o 2030, yeah, 2030 nakikita ko dito. Um, if Bitcoin in my mind is going to be at least $1 million, whether you buy it at 112, 124, 130, it doesn't really matter. Di
Yes,
ba?
yes. What will only matter 'pag nandun na yung price ni Bitcoin is how many satoshis or how many bitcoins have you collected? How many marbles have you collected, 'di ba?
Yun, oo.
So yun yung mindset. So importante na 'pag pumapasok dito sa mundo ng crypto, whether you want to actively trade or you just want to hodl, tama yung mindset mo, eh. Kasi kung, hindi aligned yung mindset mo dun sa objective mo, you will be shaken out kasi may mga corrections 'to, 'di ba? For
Yep.
example, yung ang mindset mo hodling. Kung abutan ka ng bear market and then nagha-HODL ka pero ang iniisip mo hindi ka bumibili regularly et cetera 'no, so kakabahan ka baka mapabenta ka ng palugi, 'di ba? Biglang, "Ay teka kailangan ko pala yung pera." Maraming gano'n, eh. Maraming
Yun.
gano'n, "Ay teka muna nakakatakot pala 'tong Bitcoin." Nung bumababa pero nung umaakyat ayaw mo magbenta kasi sinasabi
Yes.
mo hodler ka, 'di ba? So
Oo.
kailangan tama yung mindset, eh,
Okey,
para you can
okey.
take advantage when the price drops or when we enter a bear market, you can take advantage na mag-accumulate pa na mag-accumulate. Meaning to say, bumili ka ng property sa Forbes Park noong 1980s for example, 'di ba? So kita mo bagal ng price appreciation. Tapos all of a sudden biglang nagbigay ng discount yung market, biglang for some reason kunyari na lang 'no, ah, nag-collapse yung price, bumalik dun
Hmm.
sa presyo kung saan ka pumasok, kung saan ka bumili. Are you buying again or are you selling? 'Di ba? Pero kung
Hmm.
naintindihan mo, "Oh, Forbes Park 'to. I'm gonna buy another parcel of
Yes.
land." 'Di ba?
Yep, yep, yep. Got it. Okay. So, right now, we're the last quarter. Anong ano mo, anong take mo dito? Let's say for example ano na nag-blow off top siya. Saan ang blow off top? Ano yung top na yan? Anong prediction mo dito?
Ang
Ah.
hirap i-predict,
Oo
eh.
nga, eh,
Ang hirap
totoo.
i-predict, oo.
Totally.
Mm.
I'm just curious kasi ang ganda kasi 'pag pinost natin 'to.
Oo.
Tapos, at the end of the year gawa tayo ng video, o ano, tumama ba tayo,
Tama.
hindi? O sige ano, maipit ka dito, Sigurado ko sobrang, alam mo naman yung mga netizens, may iba diyan, 'pag sinabi mo mali ka, yari ka, oh.
Hindi, I'm not really good at prediction kaya yun yung sinasabi ko dito kasi, um, last prior to this bull market 'no, before maupo si Trump ang target ko was 95 to 100, 90 to 110, 105 lang. Yun lang yung target ko. It was hit, nilagpasan pa nga, eh.
Yeah.
So, nandun ako sa conservative side kasi,
Ay,
eh.
but that's
So
good, eh, na conservative ka nga, eh. It actually is a safer way
mm,
to tread along, eh. Basta kumita ka naman, okey lang naman, eh, 'di ba? Wala namang
mm,
masama dun.
mm.
So you're conservative, so in other words, you're gonna give me a conservative estimate?
Sige gusto mo
Magpipili
talaga, ah.
ano, hindi ako, gusto nila.
Gusto
'Di ba
niyo
gusto niyo,
talaga,
'di
ah.
ba? Oh, gusto
Gusto
ng
niyo
viewers
talaga.
'yan, oo. Sila yung nag-aabang nito, eh. Talaga ginamit ko pa yung viewers, eh, para sa sarili kong interest, eh. No, I'm also gonna give you mine, eh. Oo, so, para lang makita nila yung iba nating perspectives, eh. So, ano yung sa'yo, ano yung sa'kin. Pero you don't have to if you don't want to. I'm
Yeah,
gonna give you.
no, I would say na we need to clear so first is we need to clear 130 para
130 yung magic number diyan, oh.
we need to clear 130 and then probably we'll go 150. But
Ah,
if mauntog tayo 130 level, let's say 130, 131, 133, mauntog na tayo. So, kasi 'pag tinignan mo 'yun, possible pa rin double top 'yun, 124 and 133, eh.
tapos
Magdo-double top 'yun, eh. So, we need to clear the 130 zone.
okey.
Para sa'kin, ini-imagine ko lang yung chart ano itsura,
Oo,
eh. Para kasi gusto ko yung blow off top kasi pagka tinignan mo 'yun, dapat 'yun talagang sobrang steep, eh.
yep.
Sobrang steep nung uptrend niya, 'di ba? 3 months na lang tayo, but it's still possible naman, still possible.
Right, right, okey. Sa'kin ano, so ang tingin mo blow off top niya if ever would be 150, is that what you're saying?
Yeah mo.
150, okey. Alam mo naman yung akin, 'di ba?
Sa'yo ano?
Sinabi ko na yun sa'kin, eh. I think if we clear nga the 130 ano, price range, I think we're going to 200. 200, I would even dare say baka 250.
Mhm.
So, and the reason I'm saying 200 is because from 150 to 200, konti lang yan, eh. I know it sounds like a lot, but it's not. Think about when we were back at $15,000 per Bitcoin. Ang bilis nung 15 all the way to 100, ah. No,
Yeah, yeah.
nag 130 siya, 130, 138, tapos biglang tumama $70,000 per Bitcoin from 70 to 100. Hindi lang 100, tuloy-tuloy yan up to 110, gumano na yan, eh. So, nakikita ko dito na kaya niyang from basta ma-clear niya yung 130 range, tingin ko yung palo niya all the way. to ano, it will rip through $200,000 per Bitcoin.
Teka muna baka mapa-all in sila.
No,
Ikaw na.
yeah, what I'm saying is, hey guys, again, yung advice pa rin na binibigay namin sa inyo dito is, this is the time to buy, no matter what. Kasi kahit papaano, whether you're a trader or a hodler, eto yung magandang entry point mo eh. Yun yung point. And yun nga yung isang talagang kailangan intindihin ng tao is you don't just come in at any price. Itong gandang price na. And then, tingnan mo na what happens. If you're a trader, then you can take profit at the
Yeah,
end of the year. And then what happens now? Okay, once we hit the blow off top, how do we look through 2026? Ayan.
vacation.
Vacation. In other words, don't be buying. Wait for it to
Oh,
makita mo kung ano yung
enjoy.
ilalim niya. Oo.
Yes, oo, enjoy. Once we hit that, you enjoy muna. You stay away from, not necessarily totally stay away from the market naman, pero monitor mo lang yung market, ano yung ginagawa niya, ano yung galaw niya. Kasi gusto natin dito tuloy-tuloy yung aral eh. But don't rush in buying kasi pagka nag-peak na yan, sarap mamulot niya sa baba.
Oo, hindi yung 'wag kang mamulot habang pababa,
Oo.
mamulot ka sa baba. Oo,
Oo,
'pag
yung
makita mo na yung
baba, yung
ilalim,
paakyat na
o
yun.
pa'kyat na, ito na yung magandang time
Mm.
para pumasok. Oh, yun ang
Oo.
aantayin natin and
Kaya
that's possibly 2026 or even 2020 up to
yeah,
2027.
yeah.
Oo.
At lagi nga nung tinitignan ko 'no, yung mga phase na kasi last cycle medyo maganda yung ginawa namin nung last cycle kasi nga we have like 12 to 18 months na we're continuously buying, doing the DCA eh, with my community. So, sabi ko, "Okey lang 'to." Kasi gagawin lang uulitin lang ulit namin yon. So, antay lang ng meron kang 12 to 18 months na magde-DCA ka. So, most likely next cycle maybe 2026, 2027. So 'pag may maganda naman na opportunity, DCA na naman.
Ayun. Okay guys, I hope, may natutunan kayo dito sa episode na 'to and, make sure to write in the comment section if you agree or disagree, ano yung tingin yung pupuntahan ng Bitcoin in this last quarter. And, for all, the traders out there, make sure to stay safe and, always remember to take profit and enjoy the profits. Okay, this is Christian,
This is Tito G,
and remember, this is not
not
financial
financial
advice.
advice.